So, hi, Brooke.
Hi, great to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Welcome to the Front Porch with Brian Beaudry.
It's your first week at Point of Rental, your third day, in fact, as our global director of support. So, how are things going so far?
Things are going great. I'm trying to get as much one-on-one time and FaceTime as possible with the leaders of the company and the support organization. Learning a lot about the rich history of Point of Rental, which is very exciting. Learning a little bit more about our industry and our customer base. So super excited to be here. There's a lot to do, and I'm really looking forward to getting started.
Awesome. Well, I'm sorry that you had to spend one-on-one time with me, who is not going to inform you too much about anything. Um, okay, so fortunately for Point of Rental, I'm generally not involved in the interview processes. So, I'm going to start with a question that I'm sure you've answered before. What is your leadership philosophy when it comes to how a global customer support organization should be doing things?
Great question. So, leadership philosophy here. I'm really a big advocate about career development within support. I think support is a crucial part of any business. It's customer facing. At the end of the day, we are the front line for the customers. We're speaking with them, multiple times throughout the day. It's the biggest area where you can have a quick impact to empower your customers, right? I want to make sure that our team feels empowered. They have the right tools that they need. They're enjoying their job. They see, career development path here at Point of Rental in the support organization. And I think once you have a happy team and you've got great processes and goals and everybody's on the same page, that's going to come back and affect your customers. And that's going to benefit them from their support experience when they call, when they email, when they add a case to the Point of Rental queue. We want to make sure every interaction's positive. We're answering phone calls quickly, but we're also providing quality training, quality resolution to support issues, and make sure that our customers are able to quickly move on with their day-to-day business and are getting the best use of the software.
For sure. Yeah. When you call up to a place and you get a person who sounds happy to help you, like that's so much better an
Yeah,
experience than
yeah,
anything
yeah.
else.
Yeah, you want someone that's happy. They're detail oriented, but they're also quick and efficient, right? Because by the time you've reached out, you're probably frustrated. You want quick resolution. You want to move on with your day. So yeah, definitely need that right balance of happiness and friendly support, along with details and really taking care of the issue quickly.
Awesome. Okay, so I assume with a title like Global Director of Support that you've got an extensive background in helping organizations serve customers. Can you share some of your bona fides with me?
Sure. So, my most recent position, I was a director over support and implementation.
Wow.
So, onboarding new customers for several different software products in a different industry, but a lot of similarities there. So, started out a pretty small organization that I was with, and we grew really rapidly over a short time period. Some of that organically, and some of that through acquisitions. So, having to bring on new support team members, new products, integrate their processes with things that we had already built, and keeping an open mind to what's the latest technology. How are other customers doing support? You don't want to get behind the trend, and you don't want to just keep doing things the way you've been doing them just because, right? So there was a lot of challenging months and years where you're bringing on new team members, new products, and trying to just all streamline on your process and everything. But at the end of the day, that was very successful. And, we were able to achieve a unified front, have really high CSAT, really high NPS, which is super important across the company, because generally it means your customers are happy with their personal experience with your team, and they're also happy with the product. And also, there's a lot of other data points and measurements that go into support, which are really important. So I'm excited to bring some of those to Point of Rental. Like I said earlier, it matters how quickly you're answering the phone, how quickly you're getting to customers, but also at the end of the day, what's the total time to resolution? What's the effort that the customer has to put in and to wait to get their issue resolved? So a lot of moving parts, all very important. Happy to, dig into those a little bit more, but excited to roll those out at Point of Rental.
Awesome. So it sounds like you had a lot of challenges and a lot of things that you got to overcome at the previous
Mhm.
job, and you got everything working great. Why'd you leave? Why'd you come to Point of Rental? You were just bored and you were like, you know what? This place already perfect. All right.
Yeah, that's a great question. I am always up for a challenge. I love to stay busy, like to stay challenged, and I felt like getting back to a little bit smaller company where I can try to prove out some of those workflows again and some of those processes, and really challenge myself over the next few years was something that I was interested in. I believe in always pushing the envelope, and yeah, I think that was the biggest exciting part for me. Was just it's a brand new challenge. I've got to learn a new industry, a new customer base. Keep an open mind, like I said, and integrate past practices that have worked and customers are happy with, and pull that into some of the things that I've done in a different industry, and some of the new practices across support, and see how successful we are there.
Cool. Okay, let's see. So what's your first order of business here at Point of Rental?
First order of business is to get to know every team member. Sounds kind of obvious, but this is a really big part of the organization. We have
Yeah.
almost 50 team members across support. So it's really important to me to establish a relationship, to establish trust, to get their feedback because they're the ones talking with customers every day, answering the phone. I want to make sure that they have the tools they need, they have the clarity of what success looks like in this role. So my first order of business, the first 1 to 3 weeks, is having some one-on-one time with the entire department and making sure that their voices are heard and we get off on the right foot.
Okay. I did have a question. So obviously you want to get in contact with all the employees within support.
Yeah.
Is there any plans to get in contact with particular customers or how's
Yeah.
obviously there are a lot of stakeholders in support.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's a great question. I am already in our system, in our support system. So I'm already, kind of behind the scenes. I'm reading the cases. I'm looking at the chats, just trying to familiarize myself with, what are the types of questions customers are asking? Like, what's the volume look like? I really hope to get to sit in on a few customer calls soon. Get to know some of our longtime customers, some of our key customers. That's something I definitely have on the priority list. And I'm also really looking forward to our user conference in October. I think that's going to be a perfect opportunity for me to meet with customers one-on-one, get some feedback, and hopefully some fresh ideas from them of what we can do to improve their experience.
Yeah, those are super fun.
Yeah.
Now on these calls where you're listening, are you like a shadow listener or are you just going to be like, hello, today's call listening in is Brooke?
Well, I haven't set in on any calls yet, but I plan to be in the office quite a bit, especially while I'm getting to know the team and the organization. So I'm hoping I can literally get on the floor and sit through some of the support calls with the team member, and just hear, what kind of issues are coming in and how they interact with the customer, what the workflow looks like after the call comes in. So hoping to be out there on the floor a little bit.
Cool. Okay, I want to keep this relatively short, so
Okay.
let's close it with this. The people watching this video are going to be really passionate about Point of Rental because we have a limited number of viewers, but they're the ones who really, really care. So do you have anything that you want to say to them that you haven't already said in any of your other answers?
Yeah, I would say I have an open door policy. I love to hear feedback. I think that, you know, different opinions are what make certain people so great at various companies. So if you have any feedback, you have any suggestions, you just want to pop in and say hi, please shoot me an email, LinkedIn message, call me. Happy to hear any sort of feedback. Really excited to be here. I know there's a long history in this company and a lot of really great customers. So looking forward to it. And yeah, I'm an open door. So let me know if anybody out there has any questions or anything I can add to my do list.
Awesome. So if this gets posted to YouTube, then go ahead and post questions in the comments.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for coming by today, Brooke, and look forward to working with you.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian.